Welcome back to iFIBER One's Inside Look at the Moses Lake Springfest. To kick things off, we sat down with this year's Springfest President, Dale Roth.
It's been 34 years, Kody. Can you believe it?
I can't.
34th anniversary of the Moses Lake Spring Festival.
And you get lots of phone calls during Springfest.
Lots of phone calls, and we'll just mute this one here real quick. Yeah, it just seems like yesterday, doesn't it? Yeah, I started 34 years ago with the Columbia Basin Sand Commandos. We put on a off-road mud race down at Cascade Park, and that's back when the Spring Festival, we used to have, flat-bottom boat, drag boat races. We're here this weekend. We had a triathlon. We had the Great Canoe Race. We had boat races and a demolition derby and just a lot of things. We had, of course, the bed races. Everybody misses the bed races, and how I miss Faye Maslin. She was the queen of that. It was so awesome.
I don't know what it is about bed races. They're such a popular event, and a lot of small towns still do that during their harvest festivals.
They are. They're just crazy to watch, you know.
It's like a demolition derby.
Exactly. Put some wheels on a bed and get a bunch of people to see how fast they can get them going.
All right, now Dale, you're serving as the president this year, but you've been with Springfest was 20 years as the entertainment director.
Oh, the entertainment director, yes, over about 2.5 decades. Been doing that, yeah. So it's just it's been a lot of fun. I've had a great time. Yes, they voted me in president this year, so I'm hoping everybody's having a good time. There's so much to see and do this year. I'm really happy with our entertainment. We've got, of course, Eric Ingebrigtsen. I call him the James Taylor of Moscow, Idaho, and the guy takes requests from the audience, can play anything. We got the Coats Saturday night after the parade. We've got Bloodline, a family band that plays classic rock and roll, and it's awesome. They do a lot of new stuff. And then, of course, Heart by Heart with two of the original members and founding members of the original group Heart. And I got a chance to meet and work with them at the Wallenstein in March. And so talking to Steve Foss, the original bass player, kind of put this event together. And between him and Bob Rivers, we made it happen. So I'm really looking forward to having them here Sunday. We got a great Grand Moonlight Parade planned, and looks like Mother Nature's taking care of us weather-wise.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Now, I understand you are kind of friends with Stephen Fossen.
Correct.
And is that how you're able to get him out here for these things?
Yeah, you know, I interviewed him on the radio, and he invited him out to their sound check at the Wallenstein, and we got a chance to visit for a couple hours, and then turned out they didn't have a sound guy, so I stepped in and got him sound checked and ready for the Saturday night performance at the Wallenstein. And then we just visited throughout the day, and I said, hey, I might have another gig opportunity. I'll call you in a couple of weeks. And we chatted and was kind of thinking on next year, but it kind of fell into place. We could make it work this year. They had the weekend open. We had a couple-hour slot, and we're really excited to have them here. It's going to be a great show, and probably something as big for the Columbia Basin as we had when we had Styx, when REC brought in Styx. So
Right.
I'm hoping everybody can come down. It's a free show. Grab your blanket, come down and have some fun.
Yeah, and, you know, aside from the fact it's a terrific band, but Steve Fossen is just the nicest guy, isn't he? For, I mean, as much fame as he's had, and in the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Well, that's just it, too, Cody. You got Mike DeRozier, which is a fabulous drummer, and just the nicest guy, Steve Fossen. It's just like sitting here visiting with you, original bass player, both two of the guys inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that's pretty big for Moses Lake. You got two Hall of Fame rock and rollers here, and you got two of the original members, the rhythm section of the original band Heart, and his fiancée Summer Masick sounds incredible. You won't be disappointed. Lizzie Damont, backing vocals and guitar, and then of course Randy Hansen. I've never seen a guitar player as fantastic as him. And then, of course, Bob Rivers rounds it out playing keyboards. It's going to be a great time.
And Bob Rivers is kind of a celebrity for different reasons in his own right, because he's got that funny Christmas album he has put together.
Bob Rivers' Twisted Christmas. And it's so funny. I've been such a fan of Bob Rivers since the early 80s. And then I got a chance to meet him here about 10, 15 years ago in Seattle. And then we just kind of got that reconnection with our friendship when they were here at the Wallenstein. So, yeah, Bob Rivers, there's another super, super nice guy. Yeah, big radio icon, morning guy at KJR in Seattle. So if you're over in the Seattle area, be sure to turn in Bob Rivers' show. Very funny guy.
I'm dreaming of a white trash Christmas. We'll deck
I know you're about to have, I think it's the high school band come up here and
No, actually, we got David Holloway and his Moses Lake Jazz Choir is getting ready to perform. So we're going to get those guys all set up. So
I'm gonna ask you another quick question. If you can sum it up in just a few short words, if you're new to Springfest, what would you tell someone? What should they absolutely not miss? There's a lot to think about, isn't there?
Short words, I would say absolutely don't miss anything. You've got entertainment, the parade, the food court, the carnival with Maury Hayworth rides are just fantastic. There's the car show, the farmers market, the street fair, the Grand Moonlight Parade, the Kiddies Parade. Yeah, don't miss anything, folks.
The Moonlight Parade is always a big attraction at Springfest. To get the inside scoop, we talked with this year's parade director, Toby Black.
It's very huge. The last 2 years we've had 120 entries, and this year I tried to make it easier for myself, and we limited it to 75. So it's not as bad, but it's still pretty busy.
That's still a pretty big parade, and you got a lot of interest from towns and groups all over.
Absolutely. We have 14 community floats coming, and then with Boy Scouts and the VFW and all them, when they jump in there, then it gets pretty big. So we're excited.
What does it take to put on a parade like this?
I started back in January, redoing the forms and getting all the applications and everything ready, and then we put them up online, and we have a deadline of May 1st. So May 1st to now is pretty every day. It's an everyday emails and make sure insurance, and everybody has to have a waiver, making sure everybody knows what the rules are. We don't let them, throw very much stuff out, and it's all good.
And then if there's animals, that's a whole different set of things too, right?
Correct. We have the dancing horses coming, which is a crowd favorite every year. We have Rodeo Miss Washington coming, the Roundup, the little gal from Othello and Omac come. And so once we have those animals, the dancing horse or stallions and the rodeo stock can't mingle. So we have to make sure that there's plenty of room, and yeah, it's a good time.
Can you tell me, are there any unusual participants this year, or are you trying to keep it a secret?
Oh no, we have Relay for Life has a pink tractor coming, which is pretty exciting. There is one elephant.
Now, like I said, people don't know how hard you have worked for this. I'd like to come back behind the scenes before the parade, if I can, sure. And I'll maybe follow you around, and you can see what Toby's doing back there. And how he's able to pull off this. And, so far, Springfest has been terrific. I cannot wait to see the parade. Now, that's Saturday. What time does it start?
We have an opening ceremony at 7:15, which we have like a little color guard, and we salute the military. We present our Grand Marshal with the Grand Marshal plaque, and then the parade starts at 8:15. So from front of Frontier Middle School. So it's a good time.
Wow, an elephant in this year's Moonlight Parade. I wonder where you'd keep an elephant. We'll have to get an inside look at that. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the great food at this year's Springfest.
And then right after the parade finishes, you need to come back because we have a heck of a concert back here at the park. There are